I needed some with some bobbins. I needed some rollie, right foot creep. Do it, left, do it. With some bobbins. I'm unorthodox than a mug. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked. I needed some with some bobbins. I'm unorthodox than a mug. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you never asked.
Hello? 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 Can you hear me?
Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see.
Elon Musk was recently spotted enjoying
Fortnite
his life
is-
on his luxury yacht, and people on Discord and Reddit decided to go ahead and start body shaming him. I find this really ironic because the people on Discord and Reddit who are making fun of him probably look like this. And I'm not some Elon Musk fan.
Keep on trying me, I feel it quietly, trying to silence me, yeah. Anxiety, shake it off of me, somebody's watching me, is my anxiety.
Not everyone can be Sorcerer Supreme.
Be careful! You're lagging, bro. What the?
Not every.
What could this be? A phone? How boring. Wait. Break free with the...
No, I don't think you understand. I'm obsessed.
And then I said, I don't know, you tell me.
Hey man, I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Can you tell me what's the shape of Italy?
The shape of Italy?
Yup, don't say what you think it is.
Isn't it like a boot?
Did you really fall for that,
Really,
bro?
dude?
What? And then I said, I don't know, you.
I keep dying. I can't play on this stupid controller. Hey, what's
いつか真っ白な息にして食べちゃ
What's wrong? Mom.
Switched it up, who me? 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 Switched it.
Guys, I finally did it. 1 year without vaping. Let's go.
Wait,
oh
bro,
my.
wait, bro.
Yo, chill.
Yo,
chill.
what is that
Okay,
one
chill,
underneath,
chill,
bro?
chill. Guys, I.
Sir, that man really crossed you off your feet and put you on your boots.
Somebody's watching me. Is my anxiety.
There's a house over there. You want to run to it?
In your garden, you know that you cook lava chicken with your favorite Minecraft cast member. Who is it? If you choose grass block, then scroll. If you choose Steve, then like the video. If you choose Natalie, then comment a heart. If you choose Garrett, then subscribe. If you choose Technoblade, then do everything. Cook lava.
Okay, this is just evil.
Whoa, who says that? Whoa, who says that? Who does that?
You're taking things way too seriously. Maybe if this is an NBA game or even college, then that is somewhat okay. But these are like 12-year-old girls. Okay.
A problem I've had for
Google still tracks you in incognito mode. Use DuckDuckGo, a real private browser. DuckDuckGo comes with a built-in search engine.
He said about Mizcave when he reacted to Hassan's reaction video, about Sniper Wolf's tweet, about Ludwig's video, and Asmongold's short, and how World of Warcraft is, kind of stupid, I guess, or something. I didn't really actually listen to the original point. I gotta make a green screen reaction TikTok about this and not say a single word! I'm just gonna stare blankly into the camera while I play someone else's video!
Hey guys, welcome back to Scrolling Reddit, and today we're gonna scroll Reddit and look at things other people made. Let's just jump into it.
Did you see the new drama? You gotta watch this new TikTok reaction!
Oh my god, spill the tea!
I got a tweet about this! Shut up! Shut up! Oh my god! Oh, I can feel my brains leaking out of my ears! Oh, quick! Someone turn on Townsend's!
Today we're gonna make George Washington some fried chicken.
Oh my god! I can feel it healing me. Thank you. What is up, my little goblins and ghouls? It's me, a somewhat circular internet guy making internet videos talking about other internet people making internet videos. And I, for one, feel sick. I'm aware this isn't an overwhelmingly uplifting topic for a video, but I gotta get this shit off my chest, man. I genuinely have real fears about how current internet video content is created, distributed, consumed, and replicated, and the general direction that the average aspiring creator is headed. I feel the actual act of creation is slowly being damaged over time, and before you say anything, no, I'm not putting only animators on some infinitely tall, sanctimonious pedestal. We chose the worst content genre, and it unfortunately takes a lot of time, blood, sweat, and tears to make anything.
Mostly the tears part.
The desire to become an influencer,
Sorry, I just thought of that term.
has never been more colossal, and the routes in which individuals will take to achieve that has never been more accessible. And with that, you'd think the quality of the content would skyrocket with the heightened output, but I think we've seen quite literally the exact opposite. But do not get it twisted. There are absolutely outstandingly talented creators popping up on every corner of the internet at all moments of every day within every genre. I'm not some jaded old man pissing up at the clouds and wondering why it's raining.
Curse you, weatherman!
But the platforms people make content on, especially TikTok, and we'll get to that, are often predatory at best and extremely damaging at worst. And these problems are inflated even more when we realize how content gets recommended and in front of your eyes to begin with. Let's start with vertical content as a medium. Vertical videos are now the single most consumed form of digital entertainment in the world by a long shot. It has completely cannibalized almost every single form of digital content entirely and has now landed as the main form of content you're probably going to see on a day-to-day basis. Vertical short-form content as a medium was designed to function like a bag of chips, extremely easy to consume with one hand, no thought is really put into ingesting them, and you'll often find yourself eating way too many and probably feeling bad by the end of it. Vertical videos obviously cater to your scrolling thumb.
Give me a break, please!
You can swipe through hundreds, if not thousands of videos extremely fast, but this also created an awkward tall aspect ratio, which, by the way, after so many reposts, can make the most horrible watching experience ever fucking created. These videos are also meant to be short, usually between 15 to 60 seconds. Even though some of the vertical content apps are trying to move away from this rule, we still see that the majority of the content remains in this zone. All in all, this form of content is meant to beam thousands of videos a day into your little brain holes, which by design will more than likely mostly consist of low quality, low effort videos that you'll forget about extremely fast. And that's sadly understandable. Honest question, why would you spend a ton of time making one of these videos if it's probably gonna get scrolled past or even watched entirely, forgotten about, and buried under 500 other videos in that same hour? Answer is, you don't. That's the name of the game. Sure, there are some incredibly talented creators making high concept, high effort content on these platforms, and I'll link some of my favorites in the description, and I myself try my hardest to make sure everything I make is high quality, funny, and worth watching, but that's incredibly rare on these platforms. Now, of course, I'm not some prude that thinks only the most amazing content should exist on the platform. I mean, oh boy, you're watching one of my videos. I know, buddy, I know, let it out. But what this effect does is shoehorns users into making as much content as humanly possible, but there's only a few ways you can reliably do that, the most popular one being theft. Funny sound bit or joke someone else made? Use it! Someone else's funny video? Put yourself in front of it. A popular bit or trend? Steal it one for one. Freeboot entire videos and react to freebooted videos. Yoink an entire audio clip you didn't make, add a text-to-speech voice and some fucking GTA 5 gameplay or Subway Surfers, and rot your viewer's brain until they become a pile of sludge.
Stop right there, Circle. We're the argument police.
Argument police.
And your argument is stupid. Are you honestly saying that this sort of behavior hasn't always been apparent in the content space?
Hey, officers. Take the wife somewhere nice, okay, Ted? We've all had our differences, right? But we can all fucking agree that this is bullshit, right?
What is that?
This is Instagram Reels, recommending, encouraging, and auto-generating a video for me using someone else's video formula and slapping on an audio I didn't make to post and call my own.
Jesus Christ.
And I want your badge number, rookie. I've never seen your face before. Where's Georgie, huh? You know, his old partner? Don't you bring up Georgie. You know what happened. I can speak about him as much as I'd like. You know damn well I loved him too. Theft, stolen ideas, freebooting, unoriginal material, and everything in between has existed since dinosaurs were objectively the best subclass to spec into as a child.
But I want to play with trucks.
We are learning about the plesiosaurus! But never has video manipulation and theft been as encouraged and easy to access as it is now. Oh, that joke you saw was funny? Click this little button, steal the entire thing, and do it yourself. Often you'll get more views than the original. And even if you use the unconventional classic forms of theft, it's still completely encouraged because they don't combat it whatsoever, and flagging stolen videos literally does nothing at all. Me and my friends have tried on hundreds of different occasions to stop this blatant stealing and identity theft, and TikTok refuses to do fucking anything. I mean, look at this bullshit. Fuck! Do you know how many times I've had comments on my videos asking me where the original audio came from? Me! It came from me! It came from my lungs and my heart! Almost every app has multiple features specifically designed for streamlined theft, reposts, remakes, and freeboots. TikTok obviously being the absolute worst offender here. It's easy to access, it's shoved in your face, it's put into targeted ads, and it continues to push the idea that anyone can become rich and famous through just a few simple taps. Take it from someone that makes videos for a living, including mostly really short ones. This mindset that anything and everything is free game, stealable, reactable, and that you should do all of these things, and if you do it over and over again, you'll become a super famous content creator, is straight up predatory, especially on these apps where there are so many impressionable Play-Doh-brained children. About 6 months ago, I filmed a TikTok reaction video for my second channel. I had some buddies of mine curate some of the most insane videos they could find so I could watch them live on camera, laugh at them, and do some commentary over them. I actually really enjoyed making the video. Some of the clips I watched were genuinely funny, and I think I made some pretty good jokes as well, but almost minutes after I finished exporting the thing, I had a horrible feeling wash over me. I just stared at it in my video folder for like 5 minutes straight, like it was some ancient evil artifact that should never see the light of day. It was worthless content, built off the backs of those that actually made funny, watchable content. Sure, I made some jokes and I did my best to add to it, but was it really even worth uploading? What was the point? I had made literally nothing. So I deleted it, and I never really looked back. XQC has recently found himself in some heated discourse related to the same topic, and has also been kind of made the poster boy of the entire issue. It's a growing sentiment that reaction content is lazy, easy, and theft, which is interesting because as a society, this thought has bounced around quite a lot. Jinx was early to the React craze and instantly got blasted by the entire internet. Years ago, the Fine Brothers were extremely popular, but then tried to copyright the very act of being a human with human emotions. That mixed with some horrible other shit, they then fell into a downward trend and faded into the void. But now it's 2023, and reaction content couldn't be more popular or more divisive if it tried. You'll now find hundreds of thousands of clips of every creator live streaming YouTube and watching other people's content. Often not even speaking, sometimes eating food, and the hilarious worst one is when they get up and leave entirely, leaving the video to play on their channel with zero added input. XQC has been called out for this numerous times, and this started a wave of people in general calling out this form of content. On the other side, you have those that argue that this is a good thing and it bolsters and inflates smaller creators when they've been seen by such a massive audience. But this has been proven to be false most of the time. It's very rare that these smaller channels receive any significant bump, and it often actually scraps many chances of you organically watching the original video yourself, because why would you watch an hour-long video with a Twitch streamer and then rewatch that same video again by yourself? Ooh, I bet you guys know the answer. Say it with me now. You won't! Now, of course, XQC isn't the problem. No single person is the issue. It's a multi-headed hydra. Sniper Wolf probably being the biggest and most fucking annoying head of them all. Her content is genuinely the most deplorable, shameful, most embarrassingly vile, blatant theft on YouTube. She will fully steal popular videos, crop out the watermark, not give credit, and then often steal the top comments from that video and call it her joke.
She hit it with a Hadouken.
The powers of my theft are infinite! It's gotten so bad that Jax Films has created a parody channel where he does Sniper Wolf bingo streams and predicts what she'll say because her disgusting theft content is so formulaic and predictable. This is Sofo Antonio shit on steroids, people! Come on! Why have we fallen so low? Data breaches, extremely predatory algorithms, hashtags and trends that prey on negative emotions, attention span killing frameworks, and some of the worst misinformation, and the NPC fetish trend put aside for a moment, TikTok and many of its wannabe clones has permanently changed change the landscape of content creation. But let's slow it down, let's take it back a few steps, and throw it back as well. There are some benefits to this new system, though. It's easier to enter the world of content creation, and people are no longer gatekept behind editing softwares or expensive equipment. Sometimes hilarious and impressive collaborations spawn from these stitched-together videos. And many commentary channels, old and new, actually make transformative content that highlights and plays well off of this increased output of content. They strive to actually add more value to the original source, not just rip it off for easy content. And I've absolutely seen users take pre-existing audio clips and modify or enhance the joke, making it even better. And to be honest, I myself enjoy a lot of stuff on my feed. I'm constantly sending the most insane and bizarre clips I can find to my friends, sometimes crying from laughter or cringing at the dumbest shit.
Oh my god.
I actually think we've seen a sort of renaissance when it comes to old 2008 style videos that you'd find on YouTube back in the day. Now that everyone has a camera in their pockets, it was inevitable that we'd see an influx of horrible content, but we've also gained an increase of hilariously raw, insane clips. I mean, where else could I find this?
Take this!
And even though my memes and cursed video folders on Instagram bring me a lot of joy, I think my point here still stands. I may fall victim to the parasitic nature of lying in bed and scrolling for way too long, but I still don't think this new world of content creation is necessarily a better one. We used to kind of have two separate digital hubs for everything, one being social media, where you could say or post literally anything, and it kind of didn't matter, and most of it wasn't worth reading, but it wasn't really meant to be. Then you had content creation platforms like YouTube or Twitch, just to name a few, where at least the elevator pitch was to at least strive to make content that's worth watching. These two hubs have now blended together, creating a homunculus of bandwidth centered around every living thought imaginable, forever etched into the internet as soon as you can think it. Which, I reiterate, isn't a wonderfully uplifting notion, considering every young impressionable child has a phone or iPad now. And studies now show that this level of early integration often leads to heavy mental health problems with increased rates of anxiety and depression. Not only that, but TikTok has been proven to, and sometimes in a few minutes, be able to pinpoint a person's interests, including depression, and overfeed a user with only those videos and relevant hashtags. Which is a little dystopian.
But I was anxious before TikTok, so maybe I'm just fucking cooler than you, I don't know.
But with all of this in mind, and outside my rambling, we return to my original critique, and the original issue at hand, reaction content. Every issue I've outlined previously does nothing but embolden it. It facilitates horrendous theft, it encourages a quantity over quality common practice, and it pushes the argument that making one-to-one copy accounts is normal and should just be accepted. It would take me over 100 videos to accurately break down the pros and cons with this current content landscape, but I feel I have to somewhat explore all of these topics to properly articulate myself when it specifically comes to reaction videos. Vine was nearly the exact opposite of what we're seeing today. Because of the harsh 6-second restriction, creators were forced to be quick, clever, and genuine with their content. That paired with a simple UI and barely any content creation features, we really did have an influx of people at least trying their hardest to be as creative as possible. Necessity is the mother of invention, and the road less traveled is usually a bumpier one. Oh, what the fuck is that thing?
Oh, hey, people don't really come by here that often.
But I promise, if you want to make stuff, it'll always be far more fulfilling, even if you don't see the stupid number go up, which frequently is artificially inflated on these apps anyway. Now I'd like you guys just to try a little exercise for me. Scroll your feed for 10 minutes and really take note of how many things you see that are 100% originally created and get back to me with the results. Next, if you make content on any platform, challenge yourself to make something totally original. It can be super simple, just make it yourself. Don't steal an audio clip or a joke or an easy trend, someone else's video and add fucking Family Guy clips to it. Make something with your own damn hands and be proud of it. In short, I hate reaction videos. I hate the current lazy reaction culture so much it drives me freaking crazy. But maybe the entirety of my anger stems just from that fucking annoying TikTok voice.
This is Somi when I steal Circle Tunes videos.
Right now, ask yourself, how many games do you currently have that are halfway finished that you tell yourself, yeah, I'll get back to that, knowing fully well you won't? Or even worse, games that you'd love to play but have been gathering dust because you literally don't have the time to play them at all.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. Hey fellas, it's your friendly neighborhood circle guy, and today I want to jump into what I believe to be a massive contributor to the problem I just mentioned and spout my gaming opinions that absolutely nobody asked for. Charles, bring me my soapbox. I don't think it is necessarily a good thing for every game to try to have hundreds of hours of gameplay. Okay, let me explain. Lately, I've seen this shift in mainstream gaming, this Hail Mary attempt at a forever game, something with endless content, something you could play infinitely. And I'm not talking about games that can technically be played as long as you want, I'm specifically talking about games with an overabundance of scripted, achievable things, quests, missions, moments, you know, that juicy content. Games like MMOs and certain RPGs aren't really new to this grind.
I need you to slay 1,000 spiders for no reason whatsoever other than to increase playtime.
Ooh, this is exciting! Does this come with a vest and a name tag? Because I wasn't aware I just clocked in my new place of fucking employment! Now, video game grinding has existed since the birth of at-home game consoles. Older games would increase the difficulty or remove checkpoints as a way to keep the player playing, mostly due to hardware limitations. When your cartridge housed a few megabytes of storage, sometimes kilobytes, it was up to the developer on how to keep you tethered while simultaneously making sure you didn't blaze through the game. It was clever, often bullshit, but an understandable practice. This isn't necessarily what I'm getting at here, but it's the foundation of this fabricated playtime that I want to jump into. It matters knowing this, but being able to differentiate this somewhat necessary archaic version and the new abomination we'd later receive. But sure, I get it. We want our games to last a while. We never want fun experiences to end. And on top of that, we also want some bang for our buck. Nothing feels worse than being hyped for a game for months just to have it last a few hours. But I got some issues with how every single goddamn game is expected to last forever now. Live service games drip feeding their players with season after season of updates, reuse content, weird time-consuming systems where they don't need to be, crafting, and literally fucking everything, it seems. Quit it with the fucking crafting! God! And this isn't even the end of it. Even before updates and additional content post-launch, every game is expected to also release with enough content to keep you busy until you're fucking dead. Some of you may think, well, isn't it good to strive for more rather than to settle for less? And that would be the case if it weren't for the glaring fact that this current time-sucking content hellscape is lowering the quality of games across the board consistently. Not only do so many games try to promise this unobtainable content paradise, but nearly all of them fail when they do. Content gets rushed. Wonderful idea! And sold later on at an additional cost. A finished game filled with a ton of content and post-launch content on the way being developed during a spike in crunch culture is the single worst recipe an evil witch could brew up in her comically large evil cauldron.
What are we making, Master?
Infinite Radiant Quest! So what exactly is content? Nowadays, games want to be a buffet.
Ready to unlock Roblox digital gift cards?
First-person shooters are without a doubt one of the most popular gaming genres out there. The fast-paced action, split-second decisions, and satisfying gunplay keep you coming back for more again and again. But what if I told you that some of the best FPS experiences are completely free? Well, I've searched the internet, and today I'm going to show you some incredible free-to-play titles that you need to check out. From tactical shooters to chaotic arena battles, there's something for everyone here. This is Undercover Dudes, and these are the 50 free-to-play FPS games you must play. Let's get straight into it. Kicking things off, we've got Spectre Divide, a competitive 3 vs 3 tactical shooter with a unique twist. Inspired by Valorant and Counter-Strike, it introduces duality, where you control 2 bodies at once. This mechanic lets you cover multiple sites, trade yourself, or create cool strategies. The crisp graphics and tight gunplay make it a standout, though the player base has dipped a bit recently. Next we have Dungeonborn, a roguelike dungeon crawler that could very easily be described as discount Dark and Darker. This game blends classic dungeon crawling with fantasy gameplay and a well thought out PvPvE package. Featuring a ton of classes, spells, and unique weapon pairings, the level of depth is definitely here and it's definitely worth a try. Up next is Zombi Blocks 2, a blocky survival shooter that's simple but incredibly fun. Even in its open alpha, the gameplay shines. You'll scavenge a procedurally generated city, fight off hordes of zombies with melee and range attacks, and take on bosses hidden in key areas around the map. It's lightweight and easy to run, but the tight mechanics have players hooked, with many people asking for lots more content. Next up is classic Marathon Infinity, a legendary sci-fi FPS from Bungie, originally released in 1996, now modernized for today's hardware. The dedicated fan community has gone all out here, enhancing the 20-level campaign with updated textures, weapons, and enemies. This revival features widescreen support, 3D filtering, positional audio, and buttery smooth 60+ FPS gameplay, breathing new life into this old school gem. Next is Fortnite Ballistic, a mode that takes a big leap into first-person tactical shooting. In this new 5 vs 5 mode, you're either attacking or defending objectives in a round-based setup that feels a lot like games like Counter-Strike or Valorant. The gameplay is standard, decent strategy, movement, along with fairly sharp gunplay. It's Fortnite like we've never seen it before, now with a more competitive tactical edge for those looking for something a bit different. Next is Treason, a game that mixes FPS action with deception. Players are put into teams, with some taking the role of traitors, who try to sabotage a mission without being caught. Meanwhile, the loyal players must figure out who the traitors are while completing objectives. It's a tense mix of strategy and portrayal, and if you're into social deduction and shooting games, this is a fun spin on the classic FPS formula. Next is Arena Breakout Infinite, a tactical shooter taking a page out of Escape from Tarkov. This game is all about high stakes combat in a dangerous dynamic world. As per the extraction genre, you gear up, plan your moves, and extract valuable loot while trying to outlast both AI enemies and other players. With solid visuals and realistic sound design, this one is for anyone who wants an Escape from Tarkov-like experience without the price tag. Next we have Bloodstrike, a fast-paced battle royale that feels like a blend of Warzone and Apex Legends. While clearly it's a mobile port, the game brings its own charm with a solid roster of characters and accessible gameplay. Its standout feature? Low-spec graphics, making it playable on almost any PC, much like other lightweight hits like Combat Master. While it may not dethrone the giants of the genre, its very positive Steam rating and growing community shows that it's carving a niche out for itself. Another strong game is Harbinger, a stylish boomer shooter from the creator of Cryptus. This time though, the focus is on combining retro FPS action with roguelike mechanics. In this game, you'll battle through randomized levels, facing waves of enemies before regrouping at the tavern to upgrade your weapons and skills. The neon-filled stylized graphics makes every moment pop, and the fast-paced skill-driven combat really keeps you on your toes. With a fresh arsenal and unique upgrades after every one, it's really an addictive experience. Next up is Dark and Darker, a hardcore fantasy first-person dungeon crawler that has taken the gaming community by storm. Known for its brutal combat, grotesque monsters, and atmospheric dungeon environments, this game delivers a truly gritty adventure. While there is a paid version, the free version allows you to create one character and experience all the maps in normal mode, giving you a solid taste of the action. With addictive gameplay and unique blend of challenge and strategy, Dark and Darker is perfect for fans of intense dungeon crawlers. Next up is Pixel Gun 3D PC Edition, a Steam adaptation of the iconic blocky shooter that first gained fame on mobile. Packed with a variety of maps, modes, and weapons, the game delivers a nostalgic throwback with straightforward point-and-shoot gameplay. Its charm definitely lies in its simplicity, with its PC Steam version really enhancing the experience with lots of updated features. However, its pay-to-win mechanics can detract from the fun. Banana Shooter is next today, a game that takes the shooter genre and flips on its head with some chaotic action. This game leans into the absurd, with players battling it out using lots of different weapons. But don't let the goofy premise fool you, beneath the humor lies some surprisingly solid gameplay with various modes to keep things fresh. The colourful visuals and fast-paced mechanics create an experience that's both hilarious and genuinely engaging. Halo Infinite marks the return of a beloved franchise, now free to play with an emphasis on its classic gameplay. While its launch faced criticism, the game has now evolved into a polished experience with tight gunplay, engaging mechanics, and AAA visuals. Its multiplayer modes bring the iconic Halo formula to a modern audience, offering nostalgia and innovation. With a mostly positive rating on Steam, Halo Infinite is a testament to the series' resilience and a must-play for FPS enthusiasts.
If you had 2 cars or more on finance between 2015 and 2021, you could be owed £5,318.25 per vehicle. Now that's the average claim, which is on the free checker attached to this video. So if you enter your name and a couple of details, there's no need to remember any reg plates, there's no need to upload any agreements, it will pull.
Next up, we have Black Squad, a game that combines the precision of tactical shooters like Counter-Strike with the fast-paced action of arcade games. Featuring a wide range of weapons, modes, and maps, it offers something for casual and competitive players alike. Its blend of strategy and quick reflexes shines in both round-based and deathmatch matches. Though its player base has diminished, the game remains well supported and offers a solid FPS experience for fans seeking variety and depth. AWOL is a nostalgic blast from the past, built on the same engine as Duke Nukem 3D, offering a classic FPS experience with a modern twist. It captures the essence of old school shooters while introducing updated mechanics like commanding AI squad mates, advancing enemy behaviors, and full hand-drawn character design. These additions breathe new life into the retro aesthetic, blending nostalgia with this fresh gameplay. If you're a fan of fast-paced classic style shooters with a touch of modern innovation, AWOL is a must-try. Next up is Combat Master, a bare-bones FPS that old-school Call of Duty fans are loving. It dials back modern complexity for twitchy gunplay and crazy movement. With low-spec graphics, it's perfect for games with older PCs, and its tight-knit community keeps the game alive. While rough around the edges, Combat Master is a hidden gem that offers fast, adrenaline-filled action, deserving of its very positive rating on Steam. Frontline Inferno is next on today's list, a fast-paced World War II style first-person shooter. This game is back to the basics here. Choose your side and engage in chaotic arcade-style battles. Taking a page out of games like Polygon, Frontline Inferno features vibrant, low-poly visuals that look quite good given the low system specifications. The gameplay is straightforward and fun-focused, featuring dynamic respawns, customizable loadouts, and combat that doesn't take itself too seriously. Next we have the intense and fast-paced first-person shooter called Killfish. Inspired by the movement and flashy gunplay of games like Ultra Kill and Doom, this game rewards players for stylish kills, encouraging creativity in combat. Its neon-like graphics and fluid mechanics are a perfect match for its high-octane gameplay, and if you're into fast, skill-based shooters, Killfish is definitely an underrated gem that you shouldn't miss. Next up is One Armed Robber, a chaotic heist game that's as hilarious as it is unique. Playing in the game's heist genre, with it up is Unturned, a zombie survival game that is absolutely massive. In this game, you scavenge, craft, build, and fight both zombies, a huge and easy survival game as Ironsight, a free-to-play FPS that nails the feel of old-school Call of Duty. The twitchy gameplay, in-depth has a ton of codes, a brutal roguelike arena shooter with a dark twist. You trade body parts for power-ups. Each run throws randomized enemies, weapons, and makes a chaotic action challenge you with tough aim. This next game is absolutely wild and it's called FPS Check. In this was Victor, unique experience that is play FPS games out right now, and that's Polygon, a vision featuring 16 performance for low, catering to quite a game whose aim vehicles and aircraft fighting together on the same worlds of various classes in awesome. It's a game that takes a battle royale formula and flip areas. The absurdity is anyone influenced by Call of Duty 4 with its back to basics gameplay. The gunplay is snappy, the movement is super fast, in love with arc, noble, absolutely perfect to hold. PvP, PvE, battle royale, and co-op modes. The weighting movement feels a bit like Battlefield, but the shooting mechanics are more arcade inspired. It's designed for low-end PCs, running on hardware as basic as a Core 2 Duo, with a variety of classes looking for an extremely dependable formula. This is through builds. With that said, the gameplay is still extremely skill-based. This in combination is super rewarding game from Tarkov. The gunplay is vehement and you got to make typically as Battlefield's twist scour. You'll fight with a mix of info for the graphics Modern Warfare reduce issues. Operation Harsh Doorstop, a free tactical FPS that's community designed to combine areas of nitties. Hellbound Survival Mode might be the perfect game for you. In this game, you're stuck on an island, gunning down endless waves of enemies until you just can't keep up. The gameplay is all about speed, tight gunplay, and satisfying moves, chasing that an insanely fast-paced FPS that's all about skill. Imagine Quake-level speed paired with pixel-perfect gunplay, producing an addictive gameplay loop that I absolutely love. The blocky visuals and accessibility, you can just play it straight from the browser. If you love fast, developer really dropping the ball. Next up is PlanetSide 2, a game that takes multiplayer to the next level with massive 2,000 player battles on sprawling maps. You'll choose one of 3 factions and fight for control on a massive planet. It's all-out war with infantry, tanks, dropships, and even jetpacks. Wrong way to tackle the chaos-generated dungeon crawler different dungeons with an on to pick behind Overwatch 2. While FPS is through its card without rigid roles, the free. Next up is Destiny 2, a game that stands out with its blend and the amount of content. Base game alone is worth one a shot. A game that kinda arguably deserves a spot on this list is Call of Duty Warzone 2. The follow-up to one of the most popular battle royale games of all time, this version of Warzone takes things to the next level. In the tried and true formula, Activision normally gets a great response, and while it's an absolute classic, that being Team Fortress 2. With 9 unique classes, various modes, addicting gameplay, and an incredible art style, there's no doubt why this game has a dedicated fanbase. Furthermore, its accessibility and easy to run graphics made it incredibly easy to hop in and play, a true favourite for low-spec fans. While the game has been out since 2007 and hasn't received many updates in the last couple of years, it's still super active and worth playing. Built on Valve's Source 2 engine, this upgrade takes and fully modernized, ensures even Track 2 is.
Hey you, it's me again. Are you still wondering how much it will cost you to start up a company in the UAE? Well, guess what?
I don't even know what
Know the story. You drop in, loot up, and fight to be the last one standing. The gunplay and movement might feel it's not flashy shot. Letter to Stalk is a wild mix of survival, RPG, and FPS elements that feels like a with Sneak Intelligence is the next game for today, and it's a top tight gunplay strategy to every match. As this game bringing fully to shape the map mid-match. Next level. It's gained a huge. Next up is another not. People are driven shooter game to play. Wolfenstein and Duke Nukem. Lords of the Undead, a classic Delta Force, a game that has made a splash with for free, minus tactical with the anti-cheat that is objective driven shoot games out there. It takes counter in an instant. If you like a with your grinding competitive match experience, the level of depth is definitely here and it's definitely worth a try. Up something for everyone here. This is Undercover Dudes, and these are the 50 free-to-play FPS games you must play. Let's get the tactility or create cool strategies. The crisp graphics we have Dungeon Darker. EPV depth is blocky shines. You'll scavenge a precision bosses hidden in key with many sci-fi hardware and with breathing leap in defending objectives seen it before. Next, with some taking the role as betrayal. Of Escape from Tarkov. Both for any blood strike. Clearly it's a mobile port. It stands much like the very another strong to photo through randoms and skill-driven combat. It's real person done grotesque monsters and at me paid mode get you 3D style. Packed straightforward Steam mechanic genre battling it out using lots of different gameplay and experience love of the franchise criticism AAA video offering the Testament Squad arcade game competitive deathmatch is solid in the past with a play. With the game alive, build actions list, choose your on system spec spawns, intense gunplay, includes high underrated gem that you shouldn't miss. There are thousands of free-to-play first-person shooters on Steam, but have you ever wondered which ones are truly worth playing? Well, my friends, don't war. The best is and get straight into it. Starting off with Dark Game, addicting on all maps, and shooters like Duke, Rally, Spirit, and Fission. Originally a map. However, it's important why it's called FPS from industry giants Ubisoft. This here is an overvast and game developed by a single person, yet it has play with exaggerated ragdoll physics, wacky weapons, and levels designed for chaotic and features the weight of movement seen in games on mobile devices with data sync between platforms. With up to 2,000 players on the map at one time. Choose one of the many infantry classes, spawn in an much Quake. The variety of modes, upgraded graphics, and low despite its silly premise, Banana Shooter offers something which is great to see. Since its release, the team and community have worked but with a much faster to the slower pace of newer Call of Duty titles, gameplay and great visuals. While comparisons to Overwatch are very common.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done in a...
FPS games are my favorite dopamine source.
Who doesn't love getting one-tapped by a guy with a better gaming socks or playing that cartoon coloring game with 12-year-olds? Sure, there are plenty of big FPS games out there, but most of them get boring after a while. So after thousands of headshots, countless rage quits, and even a chat with Gabe himself about Team Fortress 3, I've put together the ultimate list of the top 10 free FPS games that don't suck that much. Starting off the list with a game called Enlisted, which takes place in World War II. It's got some good stuff going for it, like decent graphics, smooth mechanics, and a handful of well-designed maps. Play it comfortably from your couch on your phone, you should try One State. In One State, you can be anyone, a business owner, a cop, or even join a gang and become a gangster. There are many possibilities and play styles. Explore a vast, open-world environment filled with dynamic characters. So are the gun animations. Some genius out there woke up one day and said, I'm gonna drop the sickest gun animations in this mobile game, and they did just that. It's heart. When you first hear the name PlanetSide, you might wonder what planet they're talking about, but then you open the map and realize they've made an entire freaking planet as the map. I once spawned at the wrong location and ended up spending the next 4 weeks of my life just trying to get there. So that's why my upload schedule is more unreliable than your country's economy. But let me warn you, the average PlanetSide 2 player has 5,000 hours logged in this game, so being a beginner is like trying Tinder for the first time. Stepping into a fever dream at first, but the more I got into knowing what to do, what would happen if Minecraft and Stalker had a baby, and fewer bugs. Its gameplay isn't exactly fast-paced. I'd even say it leans more towards realism in some ways. Minecraft graphics, but no. Now, some of you might say, well, it's not one of the best FPS games out there, buddy. Defiant is to compare it to Call of Duty. It takes up less space, which is pretty good for your homework folder. It runs FPS games to play with friends, because it's more than just a single game, it's dozens of games combined. The fast pace keeps you on your toes, and mini-games are incredibly enjoyable. Even playing solo with random people is a blast. Give it a try. Yes, folks. Another day and another end of a useless YouTube video. I hope you have fun FPS games to play with friends, because it's
We all love playing first-person shooter games, especially free-to-play ones. So today we first-person shooter to play by any means. It's pretty much similar to Escape from Tarkov. It's a pretty solid first-person shooter with a good variety of game modes, great visuals, and also very much playable even in 2024. Next up at number 44, we got Splitgate. Extremely fun, fast-paced multiplayer arena shooter with a mix of portal mechanics, and arguably one of my favorite games to play at launch. But unfortunately, the game kept getting decline in popularity as the time goes by. But with the recent announcement of Splitgate 2 going to release in 2025, it's a great time to jump back and enjoy the It came as a third-person game behind the murderer, and as a traitor you simply have to eliminate all the innocent players down before they find out what's going on. It's a really fun social game that goes back and forth, especially if you got a bunch of friends to play with you. And there's literally more than 100 plus weapons in the game, which is crazy to think about.
Call of Duty Black Ops 2 with boot-to-the-ground multiplayer with sci-fi gadgets. There's a great variety of game modes, including a battle royale mode. The game is super fast-paced, very fun to play, and solid gunplay, and it's a shooter that I recommend you guys to check out in 2024. One Armed Robber is a very fun co-op chaotic first-person heist game where you and your friend has a task to pull off different heists on banks, shops, and various type of establishment. But there is a catch: you can only use one of your Who doesn't like first-person shooter games, especially when they are
This free shooter game is amazing. This one is rivaling Battlefield. This game has a huge player base. Destructible blocky battlefield, and you need to build structures to gain cover and outsmart your opponents. It's very reminiscent of Ace of Spades. Sector's Edge combines this with extremely smooth and fast gameplay. Also give orders to AI soldiers. So much intensity as you need to bring in your own weapons and gear that you will variety. Not seen by that juggernaut. Add on the decently sized round-based modes, but also team deathmatch and so on. You choose from a variety of weapons, hop in casually or via ranked, and overall it's a pretty decent experience. No doubt one of the best hero shooters out right now is Paladins, probably second to Overwatch 2. Developed by Hi-Res Studios and launched in 2016, year after year Paladins has shown that it's one of the best free-to-play games out there with its extremely diverse range of heroes, addictive gameplay, and great visuals. It also has a lot of depth with its card and loadout system, which allows you to transform the heroes into something completely different, which means heroes don't have set roles, a distinction that makes this game really worth playing. Next up is one of the most popular looter shooter RPG MMO FPS games out right now, and that's Destiny 2. Comparing this game to everything else on this list, the high production value shines through, not only in the intense and feature-filled gameplay, but also the beautiful graphics. This makes sense given previously it was a paid game, and this quality holds up even today. While there has been some bumpy moments with DLC launches, the base game is still super solid and is up there with Warframe and the such. A game that arguably deserves a spot on this list is Call of Duty Warzone 2. The follow-up to one of the most popular Battle Royale games of all time, Warzone 2 takes things to the next level. In the tried and true formula, Activision took Modern Warfare 2, put a Battle Royale spin on it, and released it for free. This normally gets a great response from the community, but the mostly negative review rating is fueled by hackers, crashes, and so on, so be warned, but overall the gameplay and graphics still make this quite an appetizing game to play. The next game needs no introduction, and that's Team Fortress 2. With 9 unique classes, various modes, addicting gameplay, and a whimsical art style, there is no doubt why this is one of the best first-person shooters of all time. Furthermore, its accessibility and easy-to-run graphics makes it incredibly easy to hop in and play, a true favourite for low-spec fans. While the game has been out since 2007 and hasn't received many major updates lately, it's still super active and worth playing, and it just shows why it's one of the best games on this list. One of the most popular games of all time is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, the quintessential Battle Royale title. With the classic formula on show, hop in, pick up some guns, take out your enemies and become the winner, creativity isn't high on the priority list, but the execution means it really makes up for it. Yes, the gunplay and movement is a little dated, but it's still really solid and perfect for anyone to hop in and try, and best of yet, it's now free to play. Coming up next is World War III, the multiplayer first-person shooter rivaling Battlefield and Call of Duty.
You still have a slurp. You have 300 mats too. Nice. Vibe there. Let's go.
You gotta get down.
100 mats. 100 mats.
More, the world is safe, and the heroes have saved the day. And that, true believer, is exactly how it should have ended.
Throwback to the time when Messi turned the wrong way and almost kissed Mbappe instead of his own wife. And then he has this moment of realization where he's like, oh shit, I almost smooched Mbappe. You can just see it on his face. He knows that could have ended bad. Throwback to the time when Messi turned the wrong way and almost kissed Mbappe instead of his own wife. And then he has this moment of realization where he's like, oh.
Just so you know, kids under 11 eat free. Damn, too bad I'm 16. Shush! Oh! He's 10. Okay. Well, let me just get your orders. What are you getting, Dad? I'm not hungry. Oh, okay. What about you? I would like the...
Filling with the venom and eliminate him. Other words, I'm intimate him. I don't want to hurt him, but I did him in a fit of rage. I'm murdering again. Nobody will have been. I'm gonna kill him and dump the fucking bodies in a lake of...
Just so you know, kids under 11...
Tired of the same old...
Hey guys, today...
Play all.
So you know why I pulled you over?
Why you pulled me over?
All remaining systems will fast order and will remember this. All remaining systems will bow to the fast order and will remember this. All remaining systems will bow to the fast order.
My friend got me this sunglass, so I had a creative idea. I took some cheap white paint, put a little frowny face on there, and then I put it up on my tripod to take a picture. Then I brought it into CapCut, took out that background there, and erased the tripod. From there, all I had to do was color grade it, and I had the cover for my new song, Mean Muggin'. My friend got me this sunglass, so
In your garden, you know that you can.
Anxiety, keep on trying me. Feel it quietly, trying to silence me. Yeah. Anxiety, take it off of me. Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety.
Ever since I was a kid. Na festa do fim de semana, só rolê bom. Ela chega e desencana com passo bem sou, passo bem sou, passo bem sou. Na festa do fim de semana.
He couldn't help it. He had to lock in.
Did you know for Invincible, in the Season 3 teaser Seasalt said not to get him started on Mark's 4-month vacation right in the middle of things. This is because there was a 4-month break in the middle of Season 2, which everyone and their moms hated. Did you know for Invincible, in the season...
So Ray J went straight to the radio station.
I just read something about how the biggest tragedy in Japan is the fact that they have the world's best, most advanced, most futuristic toilets, but they don't have Mexican food. So you're never really getting to use those toilets to the fullest of their abilities. I couldn't agree more. It's like...
It's just a kid's game. It can't teach you valuable life lessons.
Bro, fight with other to get a sweet banana. That is your destination at all, but it's not me. faster, faster. Yes.
I had a creative idea, so I went to Walmart, got some cheap jewelry, and some cranberry juice because I didn't want to waste my girl's wine. Then I laid out the jewels to look all fancy in the glass and filled it right up. After that, I took it outside, raised it to the sun, and shot the cover art for me and my friend Wiley's new song, Fine Wine and Jewelry.
Easy fun, Iris. Death is your destination after all. What is that mean? Easy fun, Death is your destination after all. What does that mean? Oh, you must be sad, because you just buy an upgrade. No kill, only death. Death is your destination after all. What does that mean? Death is your destination after all. What does that mean? Death is your destination after all. What does that mean? Death is your destination after all. What does that mean? The respect for the person who and on, but you did. Death is your destination after all. What does that mean? Death is your destination after all. What does that mean? The respect for the person who did anything did? Oh, you must be sad. Because you just buy our upgrade. Oh, you must be sad. Because you just buy our upgrade. That is your destination after all. What is that me? The respect for the person who must be sad. Because you just buy our upgrade. That is your destination after all. What is that me? That is your destination after all. What is that me? No kill, only death. Fight with other to get a sweet banana. The respect for that person didn't do anything wrong, but you did. That is your destination after all. What is that me? No kill, only death. The respect for that person didn't do anything wrong, but you did. Destination after all. What is that me? No kill, only death. The respect for that person didn't do anything wrong, but you did. Oh, you must be sad. Because you just buy our upgrade. That is your destination after all. What is that me? Death is your destination after all. What is that me? The respect for that person didn't do anything wrong, but you did. your destination after all, but you sent me. The respect for the person didn't do anything wrong, but you did. What? Oh, you must be sad, because you just buy a upgrade. That is your destination after all, but you sent me. On the surface you won't, but you didn't. Team deathmatch. Be careful, don't shoot your teammate. Respect for the person who did anything wrong, but you did. Respect for the person who did anything wrong, but you did. Winner, winner, banana dinner. Haha, I knew you would. That is your destination after all, but you sent me. Haha, I knew you would die. No kill, only death. The respect for the person who didn't do anything wrong, but you did. Death is your destination after all, but you sent me. That man should really be killed. Oh, you must be sad, because you just buy an upgrade. Perfect kill. Respect for that person didn't do anything wrong, but that person didn't do anything wrong, but you did. Banana. Oh, you must be sad, because you just buy a upgrade. Respect for that person didn't do anything wrong, but you did. Oh, you must be sad, because you just buy a upgrade. No kill, only death. That is your destination after all, but he sent me. Haha, perfect kill. Haha, I knew you will die. That is your destination after all, but he sent me. Respect for that person didn't do anything wrong, but you did. Haha, I knew you would. Oh, you must be sad, because you just buy a upgrade. Must be sad, must be sad, because you just buy an upgrade. You must be sad, because you just buy an upgrade. Oh, you must be sad, because you just buy an upgrade. The respect for that person didn't do anything wrong, but you did. Oh, you must be sad, because you just buy an upgrade. For that person didn't do anything wrong, but you did. Oh, you must be sad, because you just buy an upgrade. No kill, only death. You receive fun, I receive... Oh, you must be sad, because you just buy an upgrade. The respect for that person didn't do anything wrong, but you did. No kill, only death. The respect for that person didn't do anything wrong, but you did. You receive fun, I receive... Haha, I knew you will die. Oh, you must be sad, because you just buy a wrong grade. That is your destination after all. Well, except me. They're respectful, that person didn't do anything wrong, but you did. Oh, you must be sad, because you just buy a wrong grade. Oh, you must be sad, because you just buy a wrong grade. Haha, perfect kill. That is your destination after all, but except me. Ha ha. Haha, I knew you will die. Oh, you must be sad, because you just buy a wrong grade. Oh, you must be sad, because you just buy a wrong grade. Don't worry, you will banana next time.
Nós festa do fim de semana.
Bro, fight with honor and get a sweet banana. No kill, only death. is your destination after all. What is happening? Respect for the person who didn't do anything wrong, but one day, haha, I knew you. Oh, you must be sad, because you just by a long way. That is your destination after all. What is happening? No cue, only death. That is your destination after all. What is happening? That is your destination after all. What is happening? Oh, you must be sad, because you just by a long way. Perfect cue. Oh, you must be sad, because you just by a long way. You will banana next time.
Your elemental power is green.
What's that?
Green.
Okay, so just to recap. Fire, ice, water, earth, lightning, and...
Green. Your elemental power is green.
What's that?
Green.
Okay, so just to recap. Fire, ice, water, earth, lightning, and...
Green. Your elemental power is green.
What's that?
Green.
Okay, so...